is Kenyan music starting to pick up in the States?
Well, in the Kenyan community, yes, the Kenyan community has really embraced the Kenyan music actually. So every time I go to different cities and there's the Kenyan crowd, I usually play like a lot of Kenyan music and they love it. Yeah.
Which is the biggest song now for that crowd? Is it Sipangwingwi?
Sipangwingwi. Yes, that's the anthem.
That's the anthem.
That's the anthem. Yes.
Oh.
Did you listen to the Hot Breakfast this morning? Here's what you missed.
Steve Nyausi grew up in Buruburu,
aka Brooklyn.
Brooklyn in the house. Ended up in a place called Houston, Texas. That's where he found his love.
Before that, he was at Highway Secondary School. Or Hai, that was the name back in the day.
Hai,
I think. He's in studio with us. Every party you go to in someone's house, at some point, people will be arguing about what music to play and who to pick. DJ Shinski always makes it the top of the list. And not a lie, eh?
That's true.
Every house I go to, it's DJ Shinski.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And he's been in town for about a month now before heading back to Houston, Texas. And he's been mixing around town too. You said, he's been drawing the crowds, huh?
Yeah, he's very good at it, doing live mixes. I was at bar next door, my second home.
Yes.
And he was playing last week. Sema, kijana naelewa kazi. Ningekuwa na disco.
DJ Shinski, welcome to Hot 96.
Wow, thank you guys. I appreciate you having me up here.
It's good to see you, bro.
Yes.
How does it feel to come back home each time, man? How does it feel?
It feels amazing. It feels refreshing. Just the fact that I can come back home and see my family, see my friends, see the whole entire country. It's amazing. It's a blessing.
And how does it feel like now to blow up? When did you blow up? When did now you realize, wow, I've got star power?
So most guys don't know, I've been DJing for a while now. It's over 10 years.
Okay.
Yes, but I think during COVID time, that's when actually people got really to know me, and that's when I blew up.
Do you want to thank the Chinese for COVID? You make like a COVID thank you for mix.
Yes, might as well.
Speaking of COVID, my friend, how has it been working? Because I know, the entire world changed. It literally shut down from March 2020 to, and for the next 18 months. What was that like?
It was tough, man. It was tough. I didn't have any income coming in, and I was not working at that time. But what I decided to do was just to, entertain people with music, because that's my therapy. Music is my therapy. So I started doing these live shows online on YouTube and Facebook, and that's when actually now people got to know who I am, got to see who I am, and they really supported me too. They usually gave me some tips and here and there, and kept me going for the whole entire year, and I'm thankful for that. Very, very thankful for that. So
when you were going to the States, were you going for school? Had you won a green card, or you just applied and they gave you and you said,
how did you end up in Houston, Texas?
I got so lucky. My mom won a green card, the lottery, so she won the green card, and every single member of the family went to Stato. And when I went there, I started school. I went for engineering. I studied engineering, electrical engineering. I graduated, did a bachelor's in engineering, and also practiced engineering for about 5 years before I decided to quit and do full-time DJing.
Oh, you didn't like it, the electrical engineering?
I love electrical engineering, but I thought, in my mind, I was like, my passion is DJing. Oh. So
I'm a wonder you got a shock in the office. You're just playing with the wire. You're like, nope,
that's not for me. But what made you get into DJing? What was it that sparked that thing in you?
Oh man, I grew up with music. My family listened to music all the time, and when I went to high school, I used to listen to a lot of music with my friends. Going to commuting from back and from home to high school, since the day school, I used to listen to a lot of music from on the matatus, and I just got inspired.
Who was it then? Who were you listening to then?
A whole bunch of DJs. There was a lot of DJs like DJ Pinay, DJ Adrian, the Code Red DJs, pretty much Oh, Supremacy Sounds, Simple Simon, big up to yourself. Just a lot of DJs, just listen to them as really inspired. I was like, I want to be something like that when I grow up.
Do you sometimes, like when you're listening to music, let's say someone else's mix, and you're like, I think this song would have gone better with another one, with another, you're like, let me just do it myself.
Unfortunately, that's the curse of a DJ. That is a curse. All the time. Yeah.
By the way, Pina is turning, I think, 51 this weekend or something. Huh?
Wow.
Yeah. He's a pioneer in the business. Huh?
Oh yeah, and it was a great privilege to DJ with him at the Click a few weeks ago, and I was just like, wow. I mean, presence of greatness, you know.
Yeah.
That was just amazing.
And he's still good.
He's still good. He's still good. He still got it.
He still got it.
Yeah.
So it's a typical week for you, like in Houston. Do you have like lots of gigs? What happens?
Yes.
Because I can imagine the competition there because of the international community must be crazy.
So in Houston, we don't really party as much as Kenya over here. So mostly we do like maybe from Thursday till Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's really slow. So for me during the week, I usually DJ from Thursday till Sunday, or I usually travel to different states. Maybe I go to Dallas, go to New York or Seattle, and but from Monday to maybe Wednesday, I just catch up with music, plan my day, plan my whole week, try to schedule clients and customer service kind of thing. So yeah.
Are you surprised at how much Kenyans love to party?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm just surprised that in January people are still partying though.
This is a beautiful economy, man. We got money in Africa, man. Forget what the news says, man.
What do I do?
I don't know it's also cheap to party in Africa. Like, how much is a beer in Texas? Like in a regular.
A regular beer is like $5. That's like 500 shillings.
And how much are you paying at Bar Next Door?
Like 250, 300.
Okay.
That's half off. Wow.
You get.
Yeah.
And there are places where it's still 180 bucks. So there, you don't even look at the price of beer. Just look at the total bill.
Yeah.
And what kind of music is there in Houston? What kind of music does the crowd like, or is it mixed?
It's mixed. Actually, Houston, surprisingly, is a very diverse city. Has a lot of international people, and also, I don't know if you guys know, but it's considered like the Lagos of the United States because there's a lot of Nigerians there, a lot of West Africans.
I think it was the Kisii of there. I'm at Boston.
Kisii
is Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yes.
Minnesota. Minnesota.
And Central is Massachusetts, or
yeah, from the Kikuyu side, yeah, it's Boston, yes.
And
yes.
then Luos are where?
Luos are
Okay, they were in White House previously,
Dallas.
but where?
From the White House to Dallas, right? Or
even Kisis are taking over Dallas.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like the way it's amazing.
Yeah. So Niger.
Yeah, I play a lot of Afrobeat since there's a huge community of West Africans and Africans over there. Also, there's a huge Caribbean crowd over there, and of course. The American crowd as well, so I try to mix everything up.
I was reading somewhere when you first landed in America, it wasn't in Houston, it was in a place called Minnesota.
How was it like there?
Apparently,
yeah,
you almost froze to death.
I almost froze to death. Yeah, wow, it was cold, freezing cold.
Yeah,
I remember my mom told me that. Oh, when you get there, you need to wear 2 pairs of everything: 2 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of pants, 2 pairs of underwear.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about? It's not that cold. Come on. I mean, we used to the Nairobi, Kenya.
Right.
Cold, but there, as soon as I went outside the airport,
yeah,
it's like the cold just slap you back. Go back in.
And then unfortunately, you hadn't carry 2 pairs of undies, no 2 pairs of jacket like your mom sold.
Yeah, I went back to the bathroom and changed and wore every single clothes I could find.
Wow.
Yeah, it was cold. Yeah. But you get used to it though.
Is Kenyan music starting to pick up in the States?
Well, in the Kenyan community, yes, the Kenyan community has really embraced the Kenyan music actually. So every time I go to different cities and there's the Kenyan crowd, I usually play like a lot of Kenyan music, and they love it. Yeah.
Which is the biggest song now for that crowd? Is it Sipangwingwi?
Sipangwingwi. Yes, that's the anthem.
That's the anthem.
That's the anthem. Yes.
Oh, and some Sauti Soul, some Shinski.
Sauti Soul is doing really well. Shinski as well. Especially Sauti Soul. Sauti Soul is crossing boundaries, like not even just in Kenya, but in the different African communities, and also in the American culture as well.
Really?
They're doing really great. Yeah.
Fantastic.
How do you come up with the name Yashinsky? I mean, with the name Shinski. You know, I just had you mention Yashinsky, then I'm like, well, you a fan, or how about there's a meaning to Shinski?
Well, there's a story to it. A short story. Let me explain. So, growing up in high school, my last name is Nyaosi, so they used to call me Nyashinsky. You know, I don't remember those back in the days when they used to add that SKI to each and every nickname, so that like Broski, like Kembisky, and all that stuff.
Like the way Nameless called Monski.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me, Nyaosi became Nyashinsky. But at that time, that was a long time ago. I think at that time, Nyashinsky was also coming up with the Kleptomaniacs crew. So I grew up with that name in high school, but when I started DJing, I was like, I need to find a good name, a good catchy name. I like Nyashinsky, but man, there's another Nyashinsky over there, so it's going to be confusion. So I was like, okay, let me take off the... not even the nya. I started off with the end of it. So I just said, okay, just call me Nyash. Yeah. I was like, okay, cool. Nyash is cool. Nyash is cool, all right. So I started DJing, and apparently in Houston, since a lot of Nigerian crowd.
Yeah. And you know what Nyash means?
Yeah.
Maybe this your Nyash that you see it on.
Yeah.
41, I did part 2.
Oh, man.
It became the battle of people's jokes. You see what I did?
Trust me, I got into trouble. One Nigerian guy came up to me and told me, hey, what's your name? You're doing very well. What's the name? I was like, DJ Nyash, yes. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Oh man, he started laughing at me. I was like, why are you laughing? He was like, where are you from? I was like, I'm from Kenya. He was like, oh, my brother, come on, let me tell you something.
Let's be whisper something.
Yeah. You know what Nyash means? Then he told me, I was like, oh my goodness. So I went back home and I was like, okay, I gotta fix this. So I took out the Nyash and just kept Shinski.
That's cool.
Yeah,
man. That's a great
and that's
story.
how Shinski came about.
Wow.
The Nigerians saved your career.
They saved my career.
Do you know how Jeff got the name Koinange? It's a long story. So they were driving down the street. I was just
That's funny.
Wow. So 2022, what are the plans?
2022, I'm planning to travel the world and spread the good love and good music out there. I want to travel to more African countries. I do have some shows also in Europe. I do have a show in London. It's coming February. I'm looking forward to do more shows in Paris and Belgium and France, Amsterdam, and also as well as the Caribbean countries, Jamaica, Trinidad. I just want to travel the world and spread good love and good music out there. And also I'm into production, so I want to produce more music and work with artists, especially over here in Kenya, so I can also spread the Kenyan love out there and show people what we got.
And there's a guy called DJ T-Boy here. He used to spin in Kansas City, Kansas.
Yes.
And he does a lot of gigs too around town. I'm sure you've heard of him.
Oh yeah, we've met a couple of times. Actually, a lot of times. We worked together so many times in the States. So I respect what he did, and he came to Kenya, and he's just doing amazing things over here. Big up to yourself. Big up to yourself.
All right, T-Boy in the house.
But one thing I can say, he escaped the cancers, because cancers we call them the we shall go of state.
Yeah, because I was wondering who goes to Kansas and Wyoming.
I know. He did well for himself. He did well for himself.
Itaho.
Oh, shall go.
Oh man. So have you met any Kenyan girls? Do they? What's the story? Talk to me.
Kenyan girls. Oh man, I appreciate the love that all the Kenyans are giving me, man. It's just crazy. It is crazy, and I'm for now I'm just focusing on my music. Yeah, that's all.
What are you doing with the love they're giving you? Talk to me. I'm just playing with you.
Yes. It's amazing, man. I mean, I'm overwhelmed. To be honest, I'm overwhelmed. I think I didn't expect it's gonna be like this. Like when I go to the clubs and people want to take pictures.
Yeah.
They want to tell me their story about COVID, how they survived through my mixes. It's just, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to me.
And it's also nice to just come and see the impact, huh?
Yes.
It's good, man. It looks like you're doing the right thing, brother. Well done.
Thank you.
Keep going, bro. Keep
Appreciate
going. Keep mixing. Keep doing what you do. As long as you love what you do.
Yes, I love what I do. I love making people happy, and I love music too. So if I can spread the love through music, yeah.
And if people want to download your music, where do they go?
They can go to my website, djshinsky.com, or you can check out my music at SoundCloud, Mixcloud, Spotify, and all those Apple Music, pretty much every streaming platform that is out there. You can check out my music. Yes.
It's all DJ Shinski. Fantastic.